it's a pleasure to have you on the program again today, and of course it still remains the economy today. Well, we have always tried to make sure that we get things that should be there on the program for you, talking about the fact that we'll always work to make effort to ensure that there is the stock exchange, and then there'll be discussion that has to do with what concerns the economy, how it affects us, in addition to the fact that there would also be business news, which is what you just will be watching immediately after me. And this is Okechukwu Onubogo. I want to say welcome again. I've got one of my two guests already seated here, but by the time we're through with the business news, we'll start to find out whether the second is there. If not, we'll work with the first. And that is how we're hitting it this morning. Welcome again, and please enjoy your stay with us. Let's take business news immediately.
The Debt Management Office, DMO, has opened subscriptions for the July 2026 federal government savings bond, offering Nigerians interest rates of up to 15.716%, the highest under the savings bond program this year. The offer, which runs from July 6th to July 10th, features a 2-year bond maturing in July 2028 at 14.76% and a 3-year bond due. According to the DMO, the bonds are designed to provide secure government-backed investment opportunities while promoting savings and financial inclusion. The bonds are priced at 1,000 naira per unit, with a minimum investment of 5,000 naira and a maximum subscription of 15 million naira. The report indicates that the Nigerian naira has maintained relative stability against the United States dollar in 2026, supported by the Central Bank of Nigeria's tight monetary policy, stronger foreign exchange reserves, and improved crude oil production. The currency is currently trading at about 1,370 naira to the dollar, with analysts projecting it will remain within the 1,350 to 1,520 naira range for the rest of the year. It also says higher interest rates have attracted foreign portfolio investments, while inflation has eased from previous highs, helping to stabilize the foreign exchange market. Economists, however, warn that sustained stability will depend on consistent crude oil production, healthy foreign reserves, and continued economic reforms. They also note that movements in global oil prices and United States monetary policy could influence the naira's performance in the month ahead. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has directed the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission to investigate major technology companies, including Meta, Alphabet, X, and generative AI platforms, over complaints from Nigerian media organizations. The investigations will examine allegations of anti-competitive practices, the unauthorized use of copyrighted news content to train artificial intelligence systems, and the lack of fair compensation for publishers. Responding, the FCCPC says the inquiry will be transparent, evidence-based, and will not presume wrongdoing by any company.
Yeah, that's it. We've taken that one, which happens to be the business news today, the way it has come. And from there, we'll try to look at what we have also from the stock exchange, so that after that we can just go on to start our discussion and roll on with what we've got. And so let's look at the stock exchange. Okay, the exchange as of yesterday had gone on, and it's been huge as always most of the time, and it's been on the bullish note, and right now we have three major people that have that you could refer to as the people that have led in this matter effectively the way it ought to be, and we have the top gainers. Then we'll talk about the losers and all put together. And from what I have here, we have the volume, and for the day that has been on, we have top 3 volume based on the report that has been explicitly stated. We have top 3 by value, and we have Zenith Bank leading, and we also have the volume of 493.67 million shares at the value of 28.02 billion naira, and that is what we have for that particular one. Other actively traded names mentioned for on July 7th from the market reports also saw strong activities. Cadbury had 10% to 61.60 as the top gainer. NACO had 9.99% to 147 naira as the next. Darcon 9.94 to 1 naira 99 kobo, while Wema Bank came with 9.93% as well as Kaftan 9.90% as far as they have grown for now. Then apart from these ones, there are some others also who were on the process as yesterday, and that did also, that went well. I will say that went well the way it came, and looking at that, we'll see that some other companies came in as top gainers and top losers on the system. Well, all I will say is that as we go on, we'll make effort to let you know that for those who are the ones that became the leaders, we have Zenith Bank, as I mentioned earlier, and others that were not mentioned. I have also earlier mentioned some others, but there seems to be a little mix-up here, and I will just let it be for now and return to it, and what we find out what we have. Okay, I think I'm there now, and we've got some of the things that we are supposed to mention even this day. He put the full top 10 list wasn't published, but then we have some that are available. The session totals 493.67 million shares, and the total value 28.02 billion naira, and the days was 49,966 transactions, and confirmed leaders were talking about Zenith Bank having 94.29 million shares, and other actively traded names mentioned on that day, and that's for yesterday, Cadbury and NACO, Darcom, Wema Bank, Kaftan, and apart from them, we also have seen that there are others that we didn't mention earlier. That is top gainers and top losers. For the top movers, for top gainers, Cadbury Nigeria had 10% to 61 naira 60 kobo. Zikis Agro had 10%, 26 naira 62 kobo. NACO at 9.99% to 147 naira, and Dia Communications had 9.94% to 1 naira 99 kobo. Ikeja Hotel at 9.90% to 47 naira 20 kobo. The losers, Critical Mineral Financing Corporation, also lost 10% to 3 naira 33 kobo. Trans Nationwide Express lost 10% to 2 naira 70 kobo. Fortis Global Insurance lost 10% to 2 naira 61 kobo, while EcoBank went 9.98% to 85 naira 70 kobo. Mekia had lost 9.96 to 85 naira 75 kobo. That is what we had in that one. And this was a strong rebound after 3 consecutive weeks of losses. Last week, the market lost 1.8 trillion naira, with all share index down 1.2% to 240.34 points. And the rally was driven yesterday by buying in large and mid-cap stocks. That is the much I can reveal at a time like this. It was all bullish. It was all bullish. It has been a bullish rally extension. Well, that is it. And now we will get on to our discussion. But of course, that will be just in a moment. Let me let you know that the guest I have seated here with me is Sam Praise Itomo. We will talk about that, and you will see him. But let's take this break. We will return and start that side.
We had a better structure. I thought I had some kind of stuff in mind to say geopolitical zones, and we had a plan that every geopolitical zone must have a power station, for example. That means we have a minimum of 6 strong power stations.
It's very important that we embrace these investors.
I think what they want to do now is to be able to make them understand that going forward, it's not going to be business as usual. Whatever that may be happening in the past, we want to now be able to put a system in place that will checkmate, correct the ills of the past, give us a new pedestal for which to stand and operate going forward.
Officially, what we get in the country, 79% is from crude, foreign exchange, 11% is from oil, from gas, natural gas. Between the two of them is 90%. If we are getting whatever it is we are getting from oil revenue today, you look at the oil revenue is more than enough to take Nigeria to her next level. But at the end of the day, the processes, the leakages, and so many things that have become like an epidemic on our economy, we will not allow whatever we are gaining or getting from this deposit or these blessings from God to give us what we are looking for. The coming of Brazil now this time is important. Then first they have to organize a workshop for these herders, those who rear cows. This is why it's good for you to have your cows in a particular place, and these are things you do to feed them well, and they will equally have good meat for consumption.
The end of a matter is better than its beginning, and in the other way around, the beginning of a thing also can predict what the afternoon or the evening of that same thing will look like. With the trend that has not been curbed and nothing has been discussed about it, for instance, when you see a project like fuel subsidy removal and you don't have a substitution or alternative like stomach infrastructure or welfare package for the same people that you are coming up to lead, and even though I didn't hear her directly, but it was in news that the president's wife made a speech that Nigeria should not be afraid that they are not coming to loot Nigeria because they are already having money. They are billionaires or trillionaires. So people were depending on that speech. Okay, if you come up, at least if you are a rich man and you come to manage a team, you make your influence affect the people so that they will now have hope. So right now, apart from God, sir, the trend that is that we are seeing in our economic ecosystem does not promise any better show for anybody.
If we had a better structure, I thought I had some kind of stuff in mind to say geopolitical zones, and we had a plan that every geopolitical zone must have a power station, for example. That means we have a minimum of 6 strong power stations.
It's very important that we embrace these investors.
Hello dear, we'll see here, and thank you so much for your patience with us this morning, this day, and then we're still going on. And so, as I did say that we have Sam Praise Itomo already seated here with me. I want to say welcome to him. Sam Praise Itomo, of course, is a man that I always say wears so many caps, and in all of it, I would say that right now he is. I just want to address him as a business executive that he is. And so I want to say welcome to the program, Sam.
Thank you. Good morning, wonderful audience out there.
All right. And I also have another one that also has a lot attached to him. But most of all, he is a market executive, and that's why I just picked that one for him today. And I wouldn't forget to mention other things as we go on. Anyway, I'm talking about Abdulaziz Idris. Abdulaziz, it's good to have you here.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right. And we are looking at markets and storage facilities. Apart from that, we'll say public-private partnership. What is the essence of markets and storage facilities? What link have markets with storage facilities? Let me ask you straight away.
Yeah, there's a very, very significant link between the two, because storage facility is where people store their products, either from the farm before going to the market, or either within the market itself, where you have to store your foods or your crops or whatever products, before now retailing it or wholesaling it, so that you prevent it from being harmed by either rain, whatever the temperature, climate changes, environmental hazards, and whatever. So all these things, we need storage. There's a need for storage. So the need for storage facility didn't stop only within the link with the market, but also linked to the farms. We can recall some years back when we are having storage problem where even the minister, once upon a time, I've said it here, Minister of Agriculture, former Minister of Agriculture, Audu Obi, once upon a time said it in one of the events that he has seen the level of rust or rotten foods like yams, cassavas, and many of them, tomatoes and whatever. You see, one problem that is very, very known to everybody was, especially when you come to perishable items. If you go to farms where they're doing tomatoes. You find out that due to the lack of storage facilities, you find out that majority of the, I can say 60 to 70% of the tomato used to got spoiled or rotten before taking to the market. All these things are the problem that we're having. Then here in the market, what we have was, if you have to store, if you brought rice today, you have to store it before you can be able to sell it, because if you allow rain or water to fall on it, it will spoil. We have seen several instances whereby even on the way, when trucks are carrying a load of rice, maybe the temple tier or something like, you find out that many bags usually used to go spoiled by the water or the rain. So all these things they have go hand in hands. In market, we used to stop our goods. Before now, we cannot take it to the shops that we can retail it every time. So it's very, very important. Even the federal government now is doing, putting all efforts now to provide storage facilities like that silo. Most of the time you see when you are moving from one state to another, there are some places you see that kind of food storage silos, which they used to keep foods, which in time of a disaster, in time of emergency, they used to take from that food and distribute to people. Maybe during poverty alleviation programs, they also used to, those are the storage facilities that they usually keep foods for people, I mean foods and other products. If you go to where they are doing this cassava, potato.
Okay.
What is going on is that, you know, potato, if you go to Europe and other countries, they are looking for that kind of potato, the potato we have here, especially the Nigerian one.
Yes.
They say it's very, very potent, very good. And they're using it to do all this, most of this milk, you see, where it's a product of cassava. I mean, it's a product of potato. So
I have even tasted this drink that they got from the potato. Is it kunu?
Yes,
the one that they used to do that one.
When you're drinking, how do you feel? Very like you're drinking milk.
Yes.
So that's how it is. When they combine it with the cassava, water, and also with some other potato. And some part of I think soya milk, soya beans.
Okay.
There is some other additions, preservatives and others. That's when you can easily make milk.
Okay.
And what we need now was that in Nigeria we need to come off, because if you go to cassava farms, sometimes you see that they put it in bags. If it was not taken on time, many of it used to go spoiled.
You get rotten,
yes, because it's very easy to go rotten. But they will need to come up with
potatoes. I mean,
or cassava. More of them. The cassava hardly rotten, and even if it's rotten, you can still use it. There are other processes you can, but cassava potato is not the same thing. There are some level of rotting. If you rotten a lot, it cannot be used.
It cannot be used. Yes.
So one thing we need to even know how to. There's a need for us to come up with the many methods, methodology, how we can be able to be preserving that potato, taking it outside the country, or we consuming it within Nigeria. We need to come up with new methods on how we are going to be preserving it, storing it, and others. That's what I can say about.
Okay, you've just told us about the links, and also it's massive. It's massive because there are so many things involved. You know, we said markets and storage facilities, but there is also the public and private partnership thing. Some praise. You are an investor. I don't know whether you have ever thought of investing on these kind of storage facilities. I don't know. Tell us. And tell us what you think about it generally.
Storage facilities are very important to agricultural products. You know why? Because, like my friend just said here, agricultural products are 90% perishable goods. So in between the transmission of the farm to the middleman, to the marketplace, and to the final consumers, you see the long chain of effect. So storage facility is very, very important in as much as it's not yet pronounced or available, easily available, unless big time farmers who have been there over the years, so that even if, because like I do say, government is not looking that direction at the moment, apart from the one I'm hearing my friend is saying here. So if there are a pocket of what we call warehouses where bags of rice are stored, like in the time of the pandemic session, where sickness, everything broke out, and then the order for those rice, and then find somewhere to store them away, or which, you know, that could be for emergency situation.
Yes.
But on a regular agricultural benefits, whereby Mr. A harvests yam, he needs a storage facility. Mr. A harvests tomatoes, that is room direct. In terms of potato, if you have enough sunlight, you can sun them and then change our usefulness into that of grinding. There are a lot of things, even that kunu you mentioned, grinded potato, dry one, can be used to do it at any time. If you're able to dry potato and store it for, you know, even 3-4 months, even into the dry season, you are producing it now, into the dry season, it's still very useful. The warehouse has to be fumigated against all these rodents. Rodents and their types, all those cockroaches and what have you, insects. Yes. So that's the purpose of a warehouse, of which you know that if I have my accommodation, I may not have a place, even though I have a good agricultural product, I may not have a place to store them. So, but those who have warehouses, this is the time for them to think about agricultural warehouses, because warehouse where building materials are stored is not qualified for agricultural product.
Yes.
Because you don't need any fumigation to preserve metals, zinc, all those things, blocks. So, but agricultural warehouses is exactly what we are emphasizing on, so that those who have the capacity, apart from government and the agencies, parastatals, NGOs, those who have the capacity to go into warehouse buildings for agricultural activities, will now start having them to preserve the food production during this rainy season, as against dry season. And also the factor of importation. If you want to export some of these products, you take them from your warehouse, from your storage, and then sometimes we call it industrialization. If you have, for instance, I harvest my yam, I want to talk about industrialization. Use your yam to prepare something like pando, grounded yam, grounded cassava, grounded potato, and so on and so forth. You get? So these tomatoes can as well be grounded and be, you know, frozen. It can be taken anywhere. Once you reach there, you melt it, you convert to stew or any other thing you want to do, and on and on and on. So the usefulness of storage facilities cannot be overemphasized.
Okay, you see, what as you were talking about this thing, it reminds me of what I saw in the market 2 days ago. And maybe because of what you're saying now, afterwards I'll find an opportunity to go back to the place, because I can envision the place I saw it. I saw potato cut in bits and put in waterproof. Yes, dried. And
that must be H-Medics. I see it there.
No, it's not. This one is open
market.
Yes, and it was packaged too. Packaged, put in waterproof salad. And I wanted to ask them, is that not potato I'm looking at? Why are you cutting it like this? What did you dry it? What are you trying to do with it? But today in this program, you've just told me about it. So which means I can as well go there and pick it from them.
Yes, kind of, it's already peeled, washed, and sliced, and sealed in the leather. So you can just pick it from there. You can, if you want to fry potato,
and
just fry that.
This particular one, it's the red back that it has. They didn't even remove it. They
did it that way.
And it's good, because I have read some time ago that back of that potato is also very medicinal.
And you stop it from getting rotten so quickly.
Yes, okay.
Once it's not peeled,
it will help to protect it. So this is good, honestly. But looking at it again, you see, the silos you were talking about, it's only for dry products. And it's not enough as far as this country is concerned. We have many years of them, but it's all for dry products like rice, like corn or maize, anyone you call it, and all those things. But
what of yam, cassava?
Yes, I know that, and some other
maize
products that that are not that strong, not dry, like tomatoes. We're talking about tomatoes and a lot of other things like that.
Tomato, even meat itself.
Yes, and fish.
You know, we take outside the country.
In most markets, I see they store the cold room where they have they store fish and meat. That's all I've been seeing.
And they are always micros, most
but I've not seen where you have it that you can store
for commercial purposes.
Yes, even vegetables and all. These are things we can still store.
Yes.
I don't know why investors have not seen it as something important to do.
It has not yet been well, you know the orientation now. Advertised, talked about it, and on. So people come to, now that's another area of investment.
Yeah, true.
Yes, now that brings me to think the fact that you, Abdulaziz, as the chairman of the Dutse Allergy Traders Association, what have you done with your people concerning this side? I'm not talking about the dry one, the wet one, these ones that are not
the
dry.
cool room factors.
Yes, the cool room in particular.
Because if we say people here, they'll come and save their things there.
You see, one thing is storage need power, need energy.
Energy, yes. Constant light.
Yes, constant light. I could remember those years back when we have many cold rooms in the market, but the problem we experienced that time was lack of power. The energy, we don't have power always, and it needs constant power. For example, tomato, meat and fish.
Yes.
These are capital intensive products, investments, because like fish, as I'm talking to you, you know how costly it is. Then likewise meat. So what happened was, there was a time when many of our traders were complaining of lack of that storage, lack of the power. So what we did was, we sat down with the management. We now had a generator, big one, that would take all the market.
Yes,
We used to fuel it with gas then. Then gas was a bit lower. Yes. Less than 1,000, at least close to somewhere around 800 then, 700, 600. So we used to buy, so that when they took power, when we found out that the power will not be available for like more than 24 hours or 48 hours, we used to power it.
Switch over to your
we switch over to the generator. Power it, and let them have the light, you understand, so that the storage facility can will be frozen. But the problem we have later was that lack of maintenance. You know, we don't have maintenance culture. We try our best, but really
anything that belongs to people.
It belongs to people. Somebody want to pay, so another person doesn't want to pay. This was the problem we usually face. But the problem when we understand that, what I did was, I went to the NEPA office. I sat down with the head of the AEDC, who is in charge of our area, especially this Kubwa Duse Dawaki site. We sat down with them. We now fish out what way out. How can we be having light? And then I discovered that yes, our market was on, is it 11 kVA? If I can recall. So, and there's another 11 kVA, 32 kVA somewhere else, which we need to switch to, so that we can be having constant light. And they now suggested that if we want, our market can be on like band A. So that you know how they categorize it. Band A, B, and C. Whereby they say band A will have light more than 12 hours or 24 hours at least.
But then it will pay more.
We pay more, yes. So we come back, we sat down with the traders also. I said, okay, this is the situation. How can we arrest it? So finally, we were able to sit down with the NEPA people and agreed. Now we have light constantly. And that matter of having food rotting, meat, fish, and tomatoes, as we are able to arrest the situation. That's what's happening now.
Okay, that's good. That is talking about Dutse Allergy market. You have been able to do it. I hope that traders in Wuse market would also hear this and do such things, because there are all these markets, they have all these perishable goods sold in them. Traders in Nyanya market, not the Nyanya International market, the main Nyanya market, would also think about this and to be able to do that. Traders in the Kado fish market definitely should have more. They have some, but then they need to have a lot more because it should help. And traders in all these areas, we need all this because it's going to help. I'm not just talking about the FCT. Traders in also Okwodo in Onitsha, traders at the main market, traders at the market in Meduguri, and all that. All these markets, the one in Lagos, Aswani, and so on and so forth. There are traders in all these markets all over the country that should be able to do something to get the ekoka and all that, to make sure that they get things done.
Food.
There is need for preservatives effectively, not just preservatives. I'm not talking about preservatives, but these are preservation, because when we use these facilities to preserve, especially talk about oranges, it pains me a whole lot. In fact, only once I went towards that area that is called the Orange Market in Nasarawa State, and I said I will never go there again. Do you know why? I saw so many oranges wasted because nobody could preserve them.
No preservatives.
No preservation.
I wept. I said I will never go there again.
Oh my God.
I wept. I said, if we were to be in a country where things are perfectly done, should these things go for nothing?
No. And those oranges you are seeing there, they brought them from state too.
Yes, from different places.
From Benue, from Kogi,
everywhere. And they brought them there for people to buy. And so when people couldn't buy it all, there was no way it could be kept safe for them, so that the next day or even in 2 days they will see it buy. You will now see how much waste that have gone on because of has gone on because of the fact that we do not have storage facility. Honestly, I wept. I said I will never go to that market again because it pained me so much for days.
It's a chain effect now. All the producers, the agricultural sector is going down. And the agricultural sector is next to oil in Nigeria.
In addition to this, you see that if it were to be a place that things are well planned, that's why I'm waiting for the day I'm going to meet
a country where things are working.
Yes, I'm waiting for the day I'll meet Dangote to ask him why he stopped Dancer. Dancer happens to be his fruit juice when he was doing. I want to ask him why he stopped it, and now came to give us beer. Honestly, because I was so excited. I was buying Dancer every moment because it was fruit juice that was made in Nigeria, well kept. I was glad. Nigeria, then. You know, yes. So why is it that he stopped? And let him tell us why he stopped. So let's find out what the government is doing also to assist to make sure that that kind of thing is restored. Oh, look at Enugu State. I have been to an area in Enugu State, and I saw mangoes, the sweetest mangoes I've ever taken in my life. I saw those mangoes in a place in Enugu State. I think it's called Mbu. And the mangoes were wonderful. But you know, I saw them lying everywhere on the road. The trees were everywhere. And the rat was everywhere. At this stage, I had to ask, is it because people put juju in this thing that people are not touching it? Or you know what they said? They laughed and said, juju for what? The fact is that we are tired of eating.
If you can carry,
so if you can you came with a vehicle and said, yes, bring your vehicle. Park all these things, put inside your boot. We will help you. Yeah? To anywhere you want to. It's not vehicle. And of course, filled the boot of my vehicle. By the time I went out, I gave to people in Enugu. They were so excited. I couldn't take it to Onitsha. Then I was living in Onitsha. Yes. At Onitsha. But though Onitsha is a city now, so it should be in Onitsha. So, you know, I couldn't take it to Onitsha. But it was people that were in Enugu enjoyed it. And I kept telling them where I got it from. If there would have been a fruit juice company there.
Industrialization factor.
Yes, it would have helped.
Send all of them into.
Again, I went to Kogi State. I went to Kogi State in Ofu local government. There I saw cashew. Oh my God!
Getting wasted,
wasted like that. Again, I had to ask the same question I asked in Enugu. They said, no. You are free to eat, but the only problem with them is that they say, eat it. If you want to carry it, drop the seed.
They are more concerned about
that more money. That means I had enough.
Yes, now.
Drop it. Take the fruit.
They sell it in noodles.
I said, is that so? Then I started taking and eating, but of course, how much can I eat? So these are the things we need to know. Can we just find companies that can be producing these things in these places where people can come in and direct, so that people can enjoy these things.
Yes,
I don't know why these things are happening.
No, you need to know the problem we're having. Number one is that our federal government doesn't support fully this prevention of this colossal waste.
Yes,
palm produce. For example, that you talk about, you started with orange.
Yes.
In developed countries, that orange is not only the fruit that you drink that is most important.
Yes.
That peel.
Yes.
The peeling of the orange, the cover. There are a lot of chemicals within it that they were using it to make so many products.
So many things, including
many things.
Air freshener.
Yes, air freshener.
And the thing that they used to
even insecticide.
Insecticide, yes.
Pesticide, insecticide. You understand? Mosquito coils.
Yes.
There are a lot of it being done from where they are not importing it to Nigeria. You can imagine. Well, but we have the orange here. We're getting wasted.
The raw material.
Go to Zuba. If you go to your fruit market,
you
will not also not like to go back again. Because you see
in bags
thousands of watermelon that has been spoiled.
Yes.
These are watermelon that even the seed itself.
Yes, it's very important.
It's very important. It's medicinal. If you see these Chinese people, they are coming to buy the seeds. Why can't you preserve the seeds and do it in moody? Even that thing get wasted. That's how our people just throw it away. Come and see a pineapple being thrown away. Plenty.
Pineapple.
Come and see
to produce cup syrup.
Yes. Come and see bananas.
All those vitamin C now.
Yeah, they're all there. This same cashew nut we are talking now. Cashew now is one of the gold living in the bush.
Yes.
Because people make a lot of money with it. In countries where they are developed, they make money with cashew nuts because it's not only the consumption of the seeds that matters. It's also medicinal. There are a lot of pharmaceutical companies that are manufacturing, using it to manufacture some products of medicines. Likewise, there are, apart from that, I think there are some companies that are using it for one chemical. They used to produce...
is it ethanol?
Yes, ethanol, yes. Ethanol is part of a fuel, I think it's an energy product. That's one other product, I cannot recall the name. They were using that cashew nut. I was able to read it once on Google. Yes.
There are so many things.
The cashew, this thing.
Wax, they get wax from it.
Yes.
They get polish from it.
Good.
And a whole lot of things they get from it.
And even the fruit.
Yes.
The fruit, they are using it for companies that are using it for dyeing. You know, just try it on your cloth. I use your white cloth someplace. If the cashew nut touch it, there's no chemical you can use to wash it.
To remove it, yes. It also serves. It also serves for dyeing facilities.
Okay. They are using it. But here in Nigeria is waste.
It's waste. Everything.
Our agricultural department or ministry.
Sector
I think it's not doing enough.
Just like the palm tree, everything you will find in the cashew tree is good because the tree itself helps to prevent erosion on a serious note. Then again, when you look at the things that you find on the body, they are all useful. The leaves are very useful. The fruits and the nuts and all these things, the milk that can be produced from it, everything you can think of, they are all serving. Even that back, after removing the nuts, that back they use it for tiring the roads and making the roads okay. So there are so many things about it, but I wonder why the people in authority I will use.
Before I forget, I don't know how limited our time is. There is a pressing need now, which is the emergence of the rains, the floods.
Yes, the floods,
also preventing our food from getting to the market on time. So some of them, like you notice in Zuba, all those places, before those goods arrive,
because
they
spend
2-3 days on the road because of flood. So if you now flooding
and traffic sometimes.
Yes. Look at, as we speak now, 34 states out of 36 states in Nigeria are already flooded.
Yes, of course.
Regular.
Already
to prevent them from getting to.
So before they'll get to destination, you coming there to buy, you are seeing carcinogenic, fruits, and it's becoming really, really. Now the farmers who cultivated and grew this plant so far to bring it to the cities have lost completely, even to get their transport back.
Become serious.
And of course, because of the inflation of fuel and what have you, even the cost of moving crops from state to state is already as if you are over asking.
The money is
now I'm asking a question. You know, there was a day you raised this matter that what are our government doing in terms of providing infrastructure, talking about the agricultural sector, especially like development of rural roads, interstate. Up till now, okay, what of something like drainages, even the urbanization we are talking about? Do you know in Abuja here, one day I was caught in area 1, that area 1 about, it was flooding.
Yeah.
I mean it.
Area 1, yeah.
So even within the urbanization, we are having problems, not talking of interstate and rural roads, that will affect our agricultural sector direct. Then we are not talking about anything about like all this local Lokoja flood. Look at Benue flood. Look at even Niger State here. You get? So we are not even doing anything about it. It's only when it's time, then NIMET will come and announce that flood-prone zone. What do you expect the occupants of that area to do within that time frame?
And the loss of palm produce that usually happens, massive.
Lives are even doing
massive, and life are lost too.
I watch in Lagos this week, yes, flooding. Even places like, is it not
Lekki?
Lekki, yes.
Yes, was affected seriously this time around.
Houses and what have you, lives.
Yeah, life
people, they couldn't sustain. They lost about 200 something from what I read.
You know, this issue of infrastructural facilities that we are talking, lack of our federal government or even state governments are not helping matters in producing adequate roads, infrastructure, so that the farmers can take their crops and farm produce from where they farm to the either marketplace or to the storage facilities available. But the problem is now there is something that has been exposed. What we are seeing today in FCT have really exposed our state governors for not doing enough.
Yeah, concerning the road.
FCT, yes, FCT Minister presently, Barrister Yesomuki, the work he's doing in providing this infrastructure, not only within FCT. I was able to witness a road that he constructed in Kwali.
Okay.
From Kwali to
part of it.
Kwali is that what I'm saying? Yeah. Kwali to Yangoji.
Okay.
Inside deep those villages. Yes. When you drive there, you see palms, you see this way, yam, cassava, inside those villages.
Yes, because at that time it was opened up. Then he mentioned that
there was no road for him before to bring the goods even to Kwale to Abuja. I'm telling you, but now it has produces it. He has given them the road. If you go and drive on that road, you're thinking that you're driving in London. Likewise, the one I saw in Tungamadaki.
Okay.
When he did, was very marvelous. If you come and see that infrastructure after Zuba, yes, between he says he's going to connect it to Zuba.
Okay.
From airport.
And I was in a meeting recently with the House Committee, the chairman of the House Committee on Nutrition and Food Security. That is Honorable Deacon Chike Okafo, PhD. You see, I was telling him and even his staff that we need to bring out what they do. We need to let the world see, because since they are in nutrition and food security, this is part of food security. This is part of nutrition.
That's part of it.
So I think I will make effort to see how to lay hands on him and bring him, even if he doesn't want to come here. Let's go and meet him, because we need to talk about these things. And the Ministry of Agriculture, where I've written and gone to several times for them to talk, and several times, in fact, the last time I went there, I was told that nobody else can talk except the minister, and there was no minister there at that point in time. So I think I will have to go back there, because these are some of the things we need to do. Let's talk about these things. If they are not seeing, if they not be seeing, let's open their eyes to see it, because we need these things for our country.
What's really happening?
Let me tell you, if all state governments to put hand on deck and be providing this road infrastructure within we'll be talking about their own area.
That's why the partnership is impossible.
Yes,
for us as stakeholders. But we need the partnership from the established government agencies to enable us, provide food for our people. But you are going there as if you are speaking Latin.
I will say, the next thing we have in Nigeria, apart from oil, is agriculture. That's the thing we need. Is very, very essential. We have to look into
before the emergence of advent of oil and oil products. Do we now use oil and submerge and kill our?
But we left the agriculture becoming a kind of in a comatose. So let me just put it.
I want to say that even as we have had before, I think I'm still going to bring up this topic again, but then I also look for these people in these places I mentioned. Let them come and tell us, or let's go and meet them, let them tell us. Because there is very strong need for us to get this. So many people are going through, and you see, one painful thing is that these are little things that, honestly, I won't say little, compared with the kind of money we spend in this country. Little things we need to do so as to help for us to have food security effectively everywhere.
Even to our graduates, they affect some of us who are in agriculture.
So many of them think. So many of them think that way.
Agriculture is already a science.
Of course,
it is. We need to have all that on deck.
Well, and I want to thank you for the effort you are making, Abdul. But please continue. You see, if we need to get more, if at the did say market and it's working, let it also work in some other markets. So when you meet your co-market leaders, tell them too. Let's start having the ones around us, let them work, and we can all go together to meet the government, to build even the minister, to build such storehouses in each of these markets. It will go a long way in helping see things done in our state, in our country. Thank you so much, Abdulaziz Idris, market executive I've always mentioned, and of course he also convenes the Abuja Business Roundtable and entrepreneurs marketers and entrepreneurs business roundtable. So we need to talk about that. Get them in that roundtable. Talk about these things, because these are the things that will help the common man in Nigeria to feel okay. It's important. Thank you so much for coming. And do come again next time and quite early so we can spend more time to talk. I want to also thank you, Sampraise, for being here quite early too, as always. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Of course, I know that Abdulaziz had earlier told me of where he needed to be. That will make him come slightly later. Thank you for eventually coming. And Sampraise, thank you so much. You are a lot more than just a business executive, but we say take that for now. Welcome. I want to thank you, dear viewer, for being there, because after saying thanks to these people with me here, the next person I need to thank is you for being there to watch and see what we're doing. And I keep saying, this thing you're watching is what have been, it's streaming on all our social media network. So please join us, watch, say something. I want to hear you. I want to know what you think about it, so we can take it and use it to talk about what we have in the next time. Thank you so much. Please keep watching and being part of it. And I want to thank my people that have helped me get things done. Angela Mayon, thank you. Elizabeth Ahayaba, thank you. Emmanuel Wanlado, Emmanuel Solomon, Adebayo Sanusi, Victor Chizea, Oluwaseun Adejuwon, Victor Adeyeye, Felix Akinjabula. Thank all of you for being here and for being part of what we have done. And